Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Southern Lands, Terras do Sol. This is a new mod map out by naimog mod and ML modding. 566.22 megabytes to download. There are 11 required mods which will download automatically. This map has probably got one of the best irrigation systems I've come across. It's fantastic. Stick with me because this is very, very cool. Well, we've also got as well to start. I'm just going to nip it. Look, wild horses. They couldn't drag me away. Yeah, just wandering about, living the dream, having a great old time. So, the map looks like this. On New Farmer, we start with this little bit here. Say this little bit here. We have got irrigation of various different fields and plots. Now it does say in the description there are 13 headquarters already installed spread across the map. There are. So it's technically 13 farms. I have already taken the liberty of putting some money in. Field prices and plots aren't actually too bad. I mean, you know, when you're even considering the size of them, I don't think we've got any up into the millions. We've got some small plots across the top, medium-sized ones, and we kind of work our way up around. We've got a few different productions available as well. There are contracts are available. There are 3 custom crops we'll talk to in a moment. Talk about. I'm not going to talk to the crops. That would be insane. We're going to talk about the crops. We do have Verges Periphery, which is 1,124,000. So I suppose technically that is over a million, but I'm going to buy that now just so we've got it. Plot 68 there is a tiny little plot which is next to just here. I've taken the liberty also of getting a pickup and putting that in, so when I start I've got a vehicle already there. That's a little plot you can purchase just for a placeable, whether it be a factory, a sell point, whatever it is you want to put on there. So what I'm going to do, I think, before we start looking at build mode, and there are 100 collectibles and other stuff. I've got all these plots to buy. I've done it before where I've done it while I've been talking. What I'll do, I'll buy them, I'll cut back and I'll show you all the plots, then we'll go around, and that way I haven't got to buy them as we go. All of these plots, there are quite a few. They do range in price, 315 grand. Interesting, there's a couple that are free. This one there, value 0. Result, I think one of these pastures as well is, yeah, that one there. Plot 56, 0. I don't know if there's any others. Anyway, that one there, 559,000. This is our start farm. This pasture there, 211. This farm here, 156. This one there, 228. Because they're big plots of land as well. 450 grand, 418, 167, 726, 365, and then this one here, 178. Oh, plot 10 as well there, 169. So not horrendous. We did that and that. You'll now see we've got all these different icons all over the place. There are a couple of them are animal pastures, so I think the 13 headquarters are farms, and there's a couple of pastures, but we'll get to all of those as we go around the map. As far as crops go then, if we go to here, go to our seeders, we have got black bean, rice and sown rice. So all 3 of those can be put in the ground with a seeder, plus black bean can be put in the ground as well with a planter. As far as harvesting goes, all 3 of them can be harvested with a regular header. So that's those. Tick off the list. Let's whiz across and round the corner. We've got the cotton, and I mean, look at this. When I say the irrigation system, I'm hoping I can get around everything. I know I've been talking a lot, but it's incredible what's been done on here. I mean, look at how pretty that is. Wow. Anyway, cotton and wool trader just here. And that plot 68 I was talking about is just next door. So, yeah, I think it's only a couple of grand if you want to buy that. The first of our plots purchased is plot 66. I'm going to block traffic in all sorts of places, don't worry. I know people get a bit stressed with gates and stuff like that. I will get back to it all, don't worry. So opening gates. This is plot 66 just here. Silage clamp just there. We have got, I'm not going to go inside every single one because some of the farms have got 3 houses on them, but we do have sleep and wardrobe triggers in all of the houses. That was the the toilet facilities in here. Sleep and wardrobe. So I will just say sleep and wardrobe and kind of point in its direction. Lighting and stuff in here. These are part of the required mods. I'll talk about build mode in a minute as well, actually. Next door to that on this plot here, we've got this, which is an aged cheese factory, which, because we bought the land, we've now got it. So we just bring milk and we can produce aged cheese. Words. Very nice. I do like me a bit of Stilton, I'm not going to lie. Turn off the lights. Then we come out into here. And we've got cows. Now some of these gates open different sides, but it just swings it back out the way. I think all of the animal pens have already got animals in. I don't think there are any that are empty. So we've got 25 out of 100 in this pen here at the first of our purchasable plots, plot 66. We come across the way. See, I said I'd end up blocking traffic. It was kind of a given. Just opposite, we've got our supermarket sell point just there. We go straight across here. Yeah, we should be alright. So next up in here, we've got our grain mill. There you go. 4 inputs with flour being the output. Across the way we've got a modern sugar factory, which is fairly standard. I'm not going to buy that one, but we've got a modern sugar factory just there. Then if we carry on a little bit further through, we've got the sell point, or a sell point for the map, which is, as if this is Store the Southern Lands. It's a rather big building, big facility. And the sell point itself is just here. Now I'm going to go right to the back here, because behind this sell point we've got plot 10, which is another purchasable plot. Just going to do that. Don't worry, it's fine. Which I have purchased. Sleep and wardrobe trigger here in this house. Barn and building space, and then pigs. Now, when we get to the main farm, I'll talk about slot count, but on all of these farms, everything can be sold. So once you've removed the animals, sorry, pigs, we've got 6 out of 43 in here. This is a really cool. I really like this one. That tick of the electricity going through the electric fence. I've said that before in other maps, but yeah, you can remove everything, including the sort of the main gateways, because they're required mods as well. So you can get the slot count right down now. Could I get over this fence or not? If not, I'm going to have to. Oh no. Bear with me a second. As easy as that, right. This was one of those maps when I was doing the prep. It took me quite a while. Only because the irrigation system on here, and what I love, I say I love, we've got a week to go, just over a week until FS25 comes out, and obviously we've got rice paddies, that kind of stuff. And we've had a few maps like this that have had irrigation and rice and stuff on them. With just a week to go, and I said this about mods the other day, I don't know how many of these maps and mods are going to get used. You know, the amount of people that will stay back on 22 for various different reasons, because of the thing of it being on newer gen consoles only and that kind of thing, and I get it, I 100% get it. So I guess there will be people, but it's done really, really well on here, to the point where I'm going to say this out loud. I think the irrigation system on here is probably better than what we're going to have on 25. I get we can build our own pastures and stuff, but I just think this is better. Anyway, plot 60, no, it wasn't 66, plot 65? Plot 65, just here. I'll show you on the map where we are and where we've been, I always do. So plot 65 is just here. So this is one of the pastures. Was it okay, this side or this side? Why aren't we opening? There we go. Open the door. So, large pasture, runs right the way down. Animals go across pretty much all of it, which is really cool. So we've got 30 out of 100 cows in here. Again, you can remove the animal pen bit to it if you want to and just have it as a large field. That's up to you. Close the door. There we go. Then across the way we've got plot 8. Now plot 8's an interesting one. It's kind of a bee farm as well. In the corner here, there's a beehive just there. And as we go in, there are beehives dotted around. Well, I'll show you on the map. I'll show you where we are and where we've been. So we started off here. There you go. So it says horse barn large, which I've obviously missed. Oh, is that why the horses are wandering? Potentially. That's weird. Why did? Oh, it's because I didn't have the land before. I bought the periphery. I must have missed it. Anyway, that's our cotton and wool trader. That there is plot 66. It's got the cheese and the cows on it. Then we come across the different sale points there. Then plot 10. Oh, let's just do that. Plot 10 is just here with the pigs. That one there. We came back out of here, along here, and we're here. So that one there is plot 65, which has just been the cow pasture. You see all the beehives? I think there's 11 in total. And these are dotted around in amongst the undergrowth. And then we've got another one there, and we've got them 4 up here in the woodland. I might throw the drone up and we'll have a look. This has got, there's a couple of bits here as well. Some nice little features. I think each of the farms, pretty much all of them have got a jet wash. I'd say there are 100 collectibles. There's a beehive just over to the right there. Then we've got another one just to the left somewhere. We've got one just down along there. Just to our right there. One a bit further along. Yeah, they're all over the place. But there's 11 in total. Now the cow barn here, we've got silage camp there. I think each of the farms has got a ramp as well for loading, which is quite handy. Now don't be put off by this, in that the triggers and stuff for the cows are in the next plot over. So I thought, oh, do I need to buy the other plot, plot 5 next door, to get access to them? No, you've already got the cows, you own them on plot 8, which is here. It's just they're in this part of the field. We do already have some cows in there. 25 out of a potential 120 cows in there. We come up across here, we've got a fuel point there, 15,000 litres, which can be refilled. Honey spawn pallet is just there. There you go, another beehive just there. As I said, fuel point is just in here, 15,000 litres. Jet wash just there, more ramps, sleeper wardrobe trigger. If I do this, we go up to, we'll go this way, the woodland at the back. You'll see just there's a beehive. We've got another one there, another one there, and another one just there, hidden amongst the trees. Very nice indeed. That's plot 8. Right, so I'm just checking my notes. So, back out to the crossroads, turn left. The building just over there is a sell point. That's feed and grain south. We're going to go past that in a little bit, but so feed and grain south, just there, sell point. That's on the other main road, but it just made more sense to do this route around. Well, so one of those plots I was saying that didn't cost anything was this one to the right here, plot 1. As you can see, quite a few trees on it as well. We'll get to that pasture in just a moment, because that pasture is bonkers, but also kind of cool. That would be more suited to water buffalo. And you'll see why in just a moment. So plot 1, just here. I say a lot of. Some of these farms have got double gates. You've got your main sort of fancy gate. Then you've got a side one for your lorries, tradesman's entrance, that kind of stuff. So, you know, this is more for formal occasions. But you do have a large bit to the side there. So if you've got bigger equipment and machinery that you want to get in and out, you can. So this one has got 3 sleep and wardrobe triggers on it. And then we have got, this was a silo, wasn't it? Let me just check. Plot 1. Silo, 450,000 litres. We've got storage on one side. So this is just a sort of grain storage building. And then here we got a silo, 450,000 litres. In and out. Both done in here. That's plot 1. And again, like I say, you can, all this can be removed. On some of them, the fencing can be, if it's like white picket fencing, and some of it's the darker stuff, some of that, the metal fencing here can't be removed, but the gateways can if you want to remove the gateways completely. Now we come along to the cow pasture to the south. This was plot 53. And you can see there we've got some what look like fields that can be irrigated. And you'd be correct. They can be. Which is kind of mad, really, but kind of cool as well. Oh, it's the other side on this one. Just to taunt me. 22 out of 100 cows. Look, they're just chilling out. And this goes right the way along. 22 out of 100. We'll go back to the map and I'll show you. So we came from there, down there, round the corner to plot 1. So this plot 53 runs right the way along here. And each of these is almost like a separate bit. There you go. We come around to here. With various different triggers, and then we've got this, and there are different ways of doing this, and this is full at the moment, and that's going to be important later on as well. So if I go to that and do that, takes the stuff out of the way, brings the water level to the same, and floods all the fields. So the cows are all out there just wandering about. And that's probably not so great for normal cows to have wet feet all the time, but you see them all the way along, they're all just, yeah. Now, like I say, if you want to use these irrigated fields, and you don't want the cows, you can remove the cow pasture. Obviously, you've got to get rid of the cows first. When I say get rid of, sell them, remove them, take them to another pasture. You know what I mean? We don't want Peter on the line. So, there we go. That's the first of our kind of irrigation bits to have a look at. Next plot along, let's make sure we close the gate. I don't always, and I sometimes get in trouble. Next we've got plot 54. If I recall correctly. Again, fancy, I mean that's some huge, look at the size of the trees used for that. That's crazy. So that is, it's saying it's a hay shed. I mean it's a shed. It's not a hay loft. There's no triggers in and out, but it is a large building. It says it's a hay loft. This building here is a silo, 1 million litres. And then round the back of here, we've got a sleep and wardrobe trigger. Now, what's interesting about this area as well is the irrigation system. This is where we kind of have a look at first. Like I say, this is not necessarily, you know, it's nothing. Other maps have done this, but like I say, just the way this has been done on here, I like it. I should have driven out here, shouldn't I? Oh no, because I think I might get stuck in the corner. Doesn't matter. So this irrigation system is quite cool in that when I get to here, and I can open this up, which I can do, open water, look, opens it up. But the problem I've got is, this one hasn't got enough water in it. So I can't flood the fields. So initially I was like, okay then. How does that work? And this is what I mean about, this is a next level irrigation system. I'm going to have to go right the way over here. Bear with me a moment. Because we've got like a big lagoon, a pond, and further on there's like a big river. And you actually have to open up, almost like the sluice gates. And one area there's a pump, there's pipes. It's really, really well done. You need to flood that other irrigation trench before you can then flood the fields, which is brilliant. So just to our left here, we've got this big lagoon. See here, look, the water's quite low. See the pipe there? But over here, look at this. Big old lagoon. We come to here and open water. That now pumps through there and floods that one, which then enables me to go along to the other ones, open up the gates on those, or open up the move the bags, whatever I do, and flood those fields. So when I say, I think I'll probably put it on the thumbnail. I'm thinking about putting it on the thumbnail. Next level irrigation, or, you know, it's just incredible. It really, really is. I'll go back over and show you. We'll open up the other one. I mean, obviously, you kind of get how this works now. There's a very curious bit later on as well. So we go, now that's full. We should be okay. There we go. Nice. Irrigation for the nation. Let's go. Right. That's that bit done. Let's carry on. That was that. Plot 50. That was plot 52, 54 even. Irrigation system on my notes. Yes, just shown that. Now we're off to plot 47. And again, I'll show you where we are. Some of them I will kind of whiz past because some of them just have a sleep trigger on, sleep and wardrobe trigger, and a shed. Some have animals, some have silos. But there's various different locations. You can see the little blue discs across the fields for the various different irrigations of various different sections. And this is that big river I was talking about. I say river, it's just a bigger canal really. It's kind of like that, but just even bigger. Which again allows for more to be unlocked or closed off if you want to. So if you don't want to do rice and stuff and you don't want to use that irrigation, you can simulate closing that all off, drain the water out, and then run normal crops. Moving swiftly on. To our right, there's an old abandoned farm really. That's part of the verges, the periphery. You can purchase it if you want to. There's nothing on there that you can use. I don't think you can remove the buildings either. So, to our right is plot 47. Sleep and wardrobe trigger. Large silo, 1 million litre. And again, I think it's got a jet wash, and I'm pretty sure it's got a couple of ramps here and there. But that's on that plot, so just to the side there. No animals on that one. So we come across the bottom there. We did all this. We went out to there, then we went across the field to that large lagoon to open up the floodgates, then down to there. We've come all the way along here, and we are now. So that's that bit there. I was just talking about the abandoned derelict farm. This is plot 47, as you can see, and then we're going to come up here to. Actually, we're going to go to the main farm first. So this is our start farm, which has these fields. And again, some more irrigation. And then we'll go out and do that one. Yeah, because that one. So I'm saying that one, and I'm pointing. You can't see me pointing, of course you can't. But that one there, just over there, the field to the right of that. Again, there's an irrigation bit on that. Again, I don't think I've seen anything like it. It's very cool. Again, just one of those. It's just a really nice feature, just cleverly done. So I'm going to use the side gate. Oh, come on. There we go. So, jet washing area there. We do have 3. Do we have 3 on here? Yeah, 3 sleep and wardrobe triggers. So 3 farmhouses here. I suppose bunkhouses and stuff as well if you employ people. Now, what's interesting about the start equipment and machinery? I'll talk about slot count now. On all 3 game modes, new farm manager start from scratch is 1,392. So you start with all the buildings on all of the plots, all of the machine. I say all of the machinery and equipment. There's not a lot. I got that down to 973. So I bought up all the farms, removed all the buildings, removed some of the fencing. You can probably get it lower, but 973 I got it down to. Again, depends what you want to do or how many of the farms you want to use. So I'm going to annoy people. Have I told anybody? Have I mentioned this? I've driven one of these. Or I drove a 400, to be fair, with tracks, which was pretty cool. So we've got 2 Magnums 340s. We've got 2 chaser bins, auger wagons. I've driven one of these as well. I mentioned that. I drove a 7250 though. Fancy. Anyway, I'm going to stop going about it. So we've got the 7150 here. We do have a fuel point, 15,000 litres. And then we do have our silo, just in here. Do we have a workshop trigger on here? I don't think we do we? The silo is 470,000 litres. No, I don't think there's a workshop trigger. In and out is done in here. And then these are, it's your sandbagged silo system. So you've got your stuff within those. Very cool indeed. So that's all the start equipment. So you don't start with any cultivating equipment, no ploughs, no seeders, no fertilizer spreaders, nothing at all. It's almost, you're basically just set up, probably a contractor's, for harvesting. That's what you're set up to do. Contracts are available, so there's nothing to stop you just cracking on with that initially, and then kind of building up your farm to be a full-fledged farming operation, I guess would be the way to look at it. So that's your start farm. Come back out along here. We come to plot 23. So, sleep and wardrobe trigger just to our left there. We come up to the sort of farm area here. And this is a slightly different silo, and it does say if you try to demolish this, it says drying silo. It is just a silo. It's 100,000 litres, and then we've got a shed on the side of it. So 100,000 litre silo there. We're going to go down to here because this is what I wanted to show you. So again, part of the irrigation system, but this made me grin like an idiot. I just thought it was so clever. We've got this one here, which you can switch it on and it'll pump from the... Ah, now, is that irrigation ditch going to be full enough? We'll find out in a second. I think it might be. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. That's alright, though. I'll jump the ditch. What? Yoink. Now, this is cool. I want to show you this. So, add rammed earth. Look at the field here at the moment. And look at the mini-map down to the bottom. Bottom left. If I go add rammed earth, circle... Did it put it in? There we go, it's put it in. So it puts in these ridges. If you look, oh, don't I show you on the bottom right? Let's come on to the. See there on the field? These ridges that hold the water in smaller pools. So you can add those in or remove them if you want to. So again, if you're going to do it irrigated for rice and stuff like that, you can put them in. If you're just going to do a normal crop and not irrigate the field, you can remove that. I'm not sure I've encountered that on a map before. Maybe I have. I don't know. But what's very cool is the irrigation system on here. So here's our... There you go. And here's our field. Just wait for it, because this is very, very cool. Open water. How cool is that? You've got a PTO-driven pump that's pumping water from here out into the field. That's brilliant! That is so cool! Love it! What a cool feature! Nice. Really, really nice. Pop the fence. Jump back over. Let's go back into our pickup. So, that was plot 23. Next we've got... Oh yeah, I need to go back out that way anyway. Oh, it's alright. It wasn't the way I thought it was. I tried to cut up across in that direction, but there was too many fences in the way. And then I suddenly remembered, no, this is the way I came when I was doing my prep. As you can see as we go across the farm, I didn't really kind of mention it. It's not all billiard table flat. We've got some humps and bumps, some terrain. We get back to that one there to our left. Again, I'm pointing, but to our left. Sleepy Hollow down there. We're going to turn out towards plot 45. Plot 45's got sheep on it. 15 out of 47. Sleeping wardrobe trigger and a 1,000,000 litre silo as well. You can see the silo just to the right. You can see a sleeping wardrobe trigger just there. Again, 2 entrances, depending which one you want to go for. Open our gate. You see the sheep wandering about. As I said, we've got 15 out of a potential 47. I know the gate's open, which should be fine. With our silo just there, I'm sure this one's got some ramps as well. Sleep and wardrobe, yeah, ramps over there. Like I said, most of them got a jet wash as well. Just tucked away. And again, can all be removed if you want to, including the pens, or pen, should I say, if you want to use it for something else. Close the door there. So, we were at this plot here, and we were in the corner of this field where the tractor was for the irrigation. You don't need to own these plots here. That one there, let's sell that. That one there, sell that. I bought those because I needed to get one of the gates open, and I thought I could go up that way, and I couldn't. So we're now here at plot 45. We're going to go across here to plot 38, and as you can see, you come down to there, we've got a sleep and wardrobe trigger. We are going to go down into there, because there's a couple of barns, you've got a couple of buildings in there as well. I don't know if there's a workshop trigger in there. There is something curious actually when we come a little bit further along. There's another irrigation button to press, but the only thing I could figure that it does is floods the road, and I couldn't work out why. I thought, that's what I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. It obviously helps to irrigate another section, but as far as I can tell, it just floods the road. But I guess if you're kind of doing a storyline, you might have like a monsoon season or something. You might want to add that into your story. Maybe, I don't know. So down into the bottom here. So this is just barn and building space. This is in the silo. Sleep and wardrobe trigger. I'm going to double check in the building. I don't think. Then we've got a little shed behind here as well. There you go, just behind there. I don't think this has got a workshop trigger in it. I don't want to take anything for granted. No. It's not one of the ones, just a large grain shed. So, out of here. That was plot 38. We're now heading on to plot 19. We're getting there. We are getting there. It's not all irrigated fields. So if that's not your thing, if you don't want to do that kind of thing, still plenty on the map here for just doing regular farming. You haven't got you. You don't have to go mad if you don't want to. So I'm just going to pull up here. Hop out. So this is plot 19. Again, ramps, sheds, jet wash. That's a 100,000 litre silo built into here. Sleep and wardrobe trigger just there in the corner of this plot. So plot 19 goes further out. The trigger that I was talking about is a curious one. Let me just do this. So you see here we've got this sort of large lagoon here, and that's filling up all of this, which will allow us to then open that gate and floods all of those, which is really great. This channel here is sort of semi-flooded that runs around the outside. But then we've got this little trigger here. And if we hop the fence and go to this one, open water, and it does this. And it floods the whole road out here up to, look how deep it is. This is a little bit higher. Let's throw the drone up. Look, all the way out along there, all the way along there. I'm not quite sure why. Like I say, it's not. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily helping with irrigation ditches, is it? I don't know. It's very strange. But anyway, you can, if you want to, you can flood the road. Again, if you're doing a narrative, it might be you know, you could simulate the fact that the culverts are blocked or something and it's all flooded, and you want to bring a little excavator out or a little, you know, whatever it might be, the backhoe mod, and clear it out, bring some pipe. I don't know. There could be all sorts of things you might want to do. Heading up this way, we're going to plot 26. This has just got a sleep and wardrobe trigger on it and a shed just to our left there. Again, fairly big plot. The sleep and wardrobe and sheds in the corner, and the plot goes right the way out there. Now we're heading to the north of the map to some more sell points, vehicle shop, workshop. Now there's a couple of things here, and I think it's just for, I think they're on there the same as that large horse pasture was. I don't think you can do anything with them. Gas station just to the side there, we'll nip straight across the road. So the chickens are just wandering. They wander out onto the main road as well. It shows chickens here, but I can't get anything to come up, and this is on the verges, the periphery of the map. So whilst this is also showing a trigger for feed and stuff, I can't get anything to come up on the dialogue box. So whilst on the map, and we're right at the top, so we came along there to plot 19, up there to plot 26, and we're here. Now that does say chicken pasture, the same as that one there, it says horse pasture. I think that's just to allow for the wild free roaming of those animals, because I can't seem to get any of the triggers to operate, unless that's a mistake. I don't know, it could be that it needs to be, but my brain is telling me the fact that it's on the verges of the map, that is more a decorative thing than it is functional for animals. Anyway, next door we've got a vehicle shop and workshop trigger. They do like their Gian tankers, as you can see, distributor of. So workshop trigger just there. Our shop trigger is just inside. This is also the reset point. All these are showing up as rented by you, but they're not actually on your rentals. You can't use them. They're just there to make everything look a bit more fancy. Next up, next door, we've got the rice factory. In here, up the top, 180 grand, white rice, sown white rice can be brought here, as you can see there, and we get white rice out, bagged, and rice husk as a byproduct, which can then be sold. It's just been processed, that's all. So if you want to do a bit of rice stuff, you absolutely can. I'm looking forward to see what the onward productions are on FS25 for the rice. They haven't really gone into a lot of detail other than say there are going to be productions. I'm thinking restaurants maybe. There may be, like say, some packaging production plant type thing. I have no idea. I mean, I'm just surmising at the moment. So, from there, that was our rice factory. We're going to plot 29, which is just here. This has got the same as our start farm. This has got a 470,000 litre silo, a sleep and wardrobe trigger, and this one does have a workshop, I believe. So our silo is inside the large building. Sleep and wardrobe trigger. Oh yeah, it's just here. Shed space, and then just inside there we have got a workshop trigger in there. Then we're going to head right out to the northeast to the sawmill. Standard sawmill. Wood in, planks and wood chip out. That's right out here in the northeast. And we're going to head right the way across the top of the map. We're nearly there. So just near is our sawmill. There was a bit of forestry here and there on the map and various different plots. I think this one was 100,000 if I recall. Yep. There you go. Wood in, planks and wood chips out. So we are now all the way out here. We took in plot 29. We're going to drive right the way back across there, past the vehicle shop, Chicken's gas station. We've got plot 25 there, which again is a sleep trigger and a shed. So sleep and wardrobe trigger on there, so that's another one of the plots you can purchase. I'm pretty sure that's all 13, and then a couple of pastures thrown in there as well. And then we're going to head along there to the animal dealer livestock market. And from that point, it's along there and down, and we're heading back down towards the main town where we originally started. But let's whiz across there, have a look as we go. Go to the animal dealer. We do have animal dealer, we do have or livestock market. We've got a bale sales point, and it does say cow pasture, but again I think that's decorative. The same as with the chickens and the horses. Past the gas station on the right hand side. That's plot 25. Jet wash, ramps, sleep and wardrobe trigger and shed. Little trackway runs along the side of it here, and you access it just across the drainage ditch just there. Left hand side, the map's really nicely detailed, I have to say. Well, like I showed at the start, those flowers and the thing, it's you know, it's a very cool map. Animal dealer point just there. Over the back, bale sales. And it's this sort of thing as well. Vehicles and machinery dotted about, adds that level of immersion. And this says cow pasture, but again, there's no triggers here, but it's just so you've got animals at the livestock market, which adds another level of immersion to it. What we're going to do now, I just want to double check on that horse thing. I'm absolutely certain it's exactly what we've just seen on all the others. But if you're done, if you're happy with that, that is the map. That is Southern Lands. Terras do Sul by naimog mod and ML modding. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching. Yep, this is the point on the map that says horse pasture. I think it's just on there, just like I say, just to allow the horses to wander wild among the roadways. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.